want to get some of our best pictures together with our favorite superstars over the years, and like I'm talking like 5x7, 8x10s and stuff, and start putting it back here when we record.
Like, oh, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Once each week,
Yeah, some of our favorites from all time, men and women over the years, ones that are still here and ones we've lost. And the Chargers have just gone up by 2 scores now.
Too bad.
It's a shame that they haven't helped the Chiefs out that much tonight. The referees really, I guess when you go outside the United States, the referees don't feel as obligated to help out the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what that is.
They're not as biased. I don't know what happened.
Maybe they're afraid. I'm not sure, because it appears like at any moment's notice, you could be bombed by the United States military. They're just bombing people all over the place. And as it turns out, in the continental United States.
Yeah, we're not talking about outside the border.
It also happens actually inside the contiguous 48, and also probably Alaska and Hawaii, although we don't know. We don't know. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know if Trump really knows that those are states yet. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll tell him at some point. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. Maybe he won't give a shit. Hey, look, there's a fishing boat. Boom! Hey, good. It had drug dealers on it. It's like, I don't know. What is that? What is that?
Oh my God!
What are we doing?
Well, I don't know. I just don't know.
It was bad, man. He was reaching for his gun. Yeah. Although, hey, shout out to the National Guard's doing a hell of a job picking up trash in D.C. I mean, I've never seen anybody the way that those guys are spreading mulch and picking up trash. God bless you for your service, guys.
Woodsy Al is clapping his wings right now.
Woodsy Al, yes, please give a hoot. Please, if you would, give a hoot. I haven't thought of Woodsy Al in many, many years.
I love Woodsy Al.
Oh, Lord. I want you to compare and contrast the 2 big returns that we saw on the Smacky Downy from the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois, or in Chicagoland. I don't think it's actually in Chicago. I think it's close by. We had Brock Lesnar. And then we had AJ Lee. At the beginning of the show was Brock. At the end of the show was AJ Lee. Please, Bryant Williams, if you would, compare and contrast those 2 returns that we saw on SmackDown shown all over the world.
Okay. Compare and contrast. One was absolutely fantastic, and it lived up to the billing and everything else.
Go on.
And then there was AJ Lee. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I see what you did there.
No, I'm totally kidding.
What Bryant has done there is the comic principle of misdirection.
Yes, direction. All right. Yeah, man, you know how I feel about this, especially the Brock part. I tell you, man, I feel a little. Before I get to the comparing and contrasting, I guess I felt a little go away heat from the crowd. I don't know about you. I sure did.
Correctamundo, as one of our friends would say back in the 70s. Correctamundo.
Hey. So yes, that's good. That was the only good part about that whole thing. But I don't know. I want to talk about that separately. But the whole Brock Lesnar thing. But the comparing and contrasting, I think there was a big contrast in people. The reception, I suppose, that was one contrast, don't you think? I mean, that was pretty blaring.
I don't think there could have been much more difference between those 2 things that we saw tonight. I don't think you could have had a more stark difference in terms of reaction, in terms of timing, in terms of enthusiasm, whatever you want to do, maybe even in terms of volume. There was some extra added heat from you because Brock Lesnar went out there and he interrupted a match that you were enjoying. The Sami Zayn John Cena thing was going really well.
And here's the thing, man. Honest to God, I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, this is just like literally seconds before Brock Lesnar came out. I thought to myself, man, this is a great match. I didn't expect this tonight, but I'm really enjoying this. This is great. Butt up. Oh God.
What the fuck? What are we doing?
Oh yeah. And it just damn kicked it right in the nuts, man. And it did. It just kicked it right in the nuts. And I don't get it, man. It's like they're bringing him back just for spite at almost this point.
Yes. It's funny you should mention that, because I know there was a period of time that we remember this, and this has been, I don't know, any number of years in the past 10 or 15, when Vince was just sticking stuff right up the fans' asses, right? Just to do stuff, just to make it like, oh, you don't want that? You're going to get twice as much.
Yeah. I mean, it was total opposite of what the fans wanted.
Absolutely. And after a while, you're like, well, this Triple H booking is good. I mean, we like what Triple H is doing. And now we've gone back to fuck the fans. Just fuck them. I don't care if they don't want it. You also wonder if this conversation has ever taken place at TKO headquarters. Do you think that guy's like past his prime? Do you think that we should bring him back? You just don't think that that's happened. You don't think, hey, I think he's just too old or he's been away too long.
Nope. Never crossed two lips in that whole freaking building.
It's like, oh, Goldberg. Oh yeah. Well, the Goldberg thing partially was because it's Saudi money. Apparently, the Saudi princes love Bill Goldberg. I don't know.
Yeah,
they usually
issue.
This is like the one Jew that they can stand. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. This is like they hate all the other Jews. They just decided, oh, this is going to be the one guy, and they're like, okay, what we would do is we would pay this one Jew a lot of money, and it would absolve us for all the other things that we are doing. Deal. Oh, that's what it feels like. That's what's happening, and that's what that is about. But the rest of it, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And then you get to the end, and the end of the show, and they're doing the thing with it's. By the way, props to Becky and Seth and making that last thing work, right?
Yeah. I was thinking about afterwards, like how they could have done it any differently. I mean, I guess you could have done it a million different ways, but that was fine. Don't you think? Yeah.
Oh, I really think I think that was a home run. I can't, to me, home run, just out of the park. And what really sold me, we could talk about how we don't like Seth's character, and it's been kind of the whatever. Couple of things. He still continues to shit on Hulk Hogan. Bonus, he's over in my book, right?
Hey, can't argue with that.
Complete win here. And he's just a fantastic performer. And the way that they chicken shitted both of them, both Becky and Seth, the way that they were chicken shit heels was a masterclass, an absolute masterclass into how to get chicken shit heel heat on yourself.
Oh, my totally.
God, it was good. And Becky's in there and she's slapping the shit out of Punk and she's laying it in. And I know he told her, you lay it in. And then when AJ Lee shows up, Becky acts like, oh my God, every axe murderer from every horror film ever has shown up in Chicago, right? Oh, oh no, oh God. It's really fantastic. It really was great.
And you know what, man, I think too, to make it even harder to work was the fact that everybody and their grandma knew that AJ Lee was coming back tonight. So
Correct.
How can you keep the fans into the segment without it being cheesy and without it being overly hyped kind of thing?
Right.
And it was, and like you said, man, they ironed that baby out just perfect.
I don't, you can really criticize the WWE for a number of things, and we did, and we already have tonight, and we will some more, I'm sure, in the future. But golly, when they got that thing hitting on all cylinders, and you see what CM Punk does to set that thing up, and you do it in Chicago, and you have her. April looked like $1 million, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Gosh,
yes.
April looked like it was 13 years ago, and no time had passed between. Not at all. She looked amazing. The crowd loved her. The obvious energy and the chemistry between everybody involved. I mean, golly, that when the WWE does it right, it is off the charts right. And God Almighty, when you think about what AEW gave up, what AEW gave up 2.5 years ago, Ah,
I
just
know.
unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I don't know how long she's going to stick around, but I think however long she sticks around, the fans are going to be so behind her wherever she goes over the next however long she's here. So I'm glad it worked out. And dude, and I know ever since that the Clash thing, when was that, Sunday, I guess? Or
yeah,
ever since then, TikTok has been, my whole FYP has just been nothing but females skipping around like AJ, anticipating AJ coming. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, it was blowing my mind. It was just one after another. Every time I'm like, God Almighty, oh my God.
Just as a side note, I'm gonna admit this publicly. I watch some of the shorts on YouTube. I don't download the TikTok because you're just exposing your genitals to the Chinese, and I don't like that.
That's all right. That's all right.
I watch the same content. I just watch it.
The Chinese are like that, man. Well, they can look at my genitals if they want.
I don't want to get sidetracked, but I'll get back to that little notion in just a moment. I watch the same stuff, but I watch it on YouTube Shorts or I watch it on Reels on Instagram. It's the same shit, but I don't have to,
Right. I got you.
So I somehow, some way, I liked. God help me. It's like a 15-year-old dancing to something. And now I've got the Jeffrey Epstein algorithm. It's like just a bunch of girls and they're lip syncing Willow Smith and they're doing the Ariana Grande thank you next thing where they're trying to, like, the guy that said they love, and they hit the thing and then the little the initial comes up and it's that. So I've got that. So I should be taking a ride to an island pretty soon.
Well, tell us who all you see when you get there.
I don't think it ever existed. It's a big hoax.
It's a big hoax. That's right.
Big hoax. That's what it is.
Yeah, you got to watch that stuff you got to watch if you ever, I mean, even if it's just the innocent of innocent likes, man, it'll mess you up if you're not careful. So
I guess. Yeah. I mean, and it's weird because I guess if you're like a pedophile and you like teenage girls, you could just be fed a smorgasbord of, that stuff, them, dancing and lip syncing. And I'm like, oh God, I needed a Karen Silkwood shower. After I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. This isn't good.
I know.
So what we've talked about this, I know, like all year long, and another 2 weeks, gonna announce the TikTok buy in a couple of weeks. You can imagine. I think we pointed this out when we talked about them selling it back in January when they shut it down for half a day or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
I really felt like I feel like probably Bezos is going to get it. Bezos is going to get the Amazon's going to buy it when all is said and done.
It is something like that. It's one of them. Yeah.
I feel like it's because they could easily turn that TikTok shop into Amazon stuff and just very natural and start just selling you shit. That's what I feel like.
Well, they've already got a whole new terms of what do you call it? The terms of service. Thank you. Terms of service coming out, and they've gave it out for everybody to preview, and it starts on the 13th or 15th of this month. And basically, it's, you don't say anything derogatory about it says any politician, but I think we know what any politician means.
I'm sure if you said something bad about AOC, they would come down very sharply again.
Oh yeah, you'd get a violation and all that stuff. Yeah,
I'm sure they would be very. If you say one bad thing about Bernie Sanders, I'm sure you'd be in trouble.
No TikTok for you.
Oh, now that one okay. We don't like her. She's terrible, awful. AOC banned. You say something bad about Bobby Kennedy, you out.
That's okay. That's okay.
So the Bezos thing, he wasn't at the big, he wasn't up there with the other tech guys giving a blowjob to Donnie Boy. I don't know. I guess it was Thursday night. I guess everybody was up there having dinner Thursday night. The guys from Google were there with his MAGA girlfriend, and Zuck was there. The big guys that were on the dais are on that big stage.
Yeah.
At the inauguration. So I don't know why. I don't know if Bezos still enjoying his honeymoon, and God bless you, sir. I couldn't be happier.
I have a feeling his honeymoon is just continuing on.
Well, the thing about
while.
him, I don't think he can please his wife. He just brings in guys from the bullpen. Like, give me the left-hander. Just go ahead and bring. I think that's what we're doing. I think that's what happened. Or they've got enough doctors there to jab needles in him to get it up for another 8 seconds. And the doctor's like, all right, you have 8 seconds starting now.
3, 2, 1.
Can I get and he's like, they used to have the fluffers. Remember the fluffers in pornography?
Yes.
He's got somebody to warm up the wife, that whatever her name is. She's got Lauren Sanchez, is that who it is?
I think so.
He's got somebody to come warm her up so she's not just, not just cold.
Yeah.
He can go in there and finish her. You never saw had a great piece on HBO's Real Sports with our buddy Bernie Goldberg. Remember when Brad and Britt used to talk to Bernie Goldberg all the time? And he loved the Dan Rather imitation on that shit.
Yes, I do. I remember that.
One of the things that Bernie Goldberg did on HBO's Real Sports that people would talk to him nonstop about, he did the piece on the thoroughbred racehorses. These are the things where they'll pay millions of dollars for the sperm of winning champion racehorses. And they don't like to have the stuff cryogenically sealed. If you're doing it for real, they like to have the mare and they have live sex. So if you go in there as a prize winning stud worth millions of dollars and the mare's not ready for action, she'll kick you, and she might kick you in the nuts. And that's like kicking your investment right in the balls, right?
Yeah.
So you can't have that. So they actually do have another horse, and he comes in and he's got the giant cock sock on, so he can't actually make penetration. And he starts nuzzling the mare a little bit, getting her all ready for action. And then when she's got hot and heavy, they bring in the closer. That's what they do. And I feel like that's what's happening with Bezos. I feel like that's what's happening.
Closer.
Yeah, no, they get like somebody hot or something to come in
Billy
there.
Wagner.
You thought you were going to have sex with this really hot 30-year-old, but no, Lauren, it's your nasty ass boyfriend. Come on in and finish, Jeff. And Lauren's like, do I have to? He's like, well, if you want the money, you got to let me finish. So that's pretty much, it's called finishing in the money. Oh, no, that's not.
To be a billionaire.
Different. It's different. And they're on a yacht somewhere, and the guy goes in there and he's like, he starts playing some Sade. Your love is king, feeding her grapes and shit like that, Yeah, but I think Bezos is going to get the tiki-taki, and he's going to turn that into, he just easily sell you stuff. The TikTok shop's going to become like an adjunct of Amazon. Now, here's the fun part about that. No matter what happens, because it could be Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg could just incorporate TikTok into, Facebook and everything else, and Instagram and everything. Whoever gets this, we don't want this information. All of this vital information about the American people, we don't want that getting to the Chinese. And the Chinese will be like, I don't know, Jeff, if you or Mark or whoever gets this thing, they really want to do business over here in China. And I know you do. And I know that you already have some interest here. You might want to keep the spigot running. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I feel like, hey, wink, wink, boy, make sure you turn that stuff off so the Chinese government doesn't get that information. Wink, wink, wink,
Yeah.
I thought Elon was going to get it at one time, and he has shut up pretty good over a while, but he caused a lot of problems. A lot of issues.
Yeah. That whole Elon thing has been a little weird.
It's just so unfortunate. They got upset and he lied about Trump being in the Epstein file. So unfortunate.
Yeah, he lied about it, didn't he? He lied. Straight up lied. Not the truth.
They got the board they've been trying really hard to figure out a compensation package for Elon for the longest time. I don't know if you saw that story today. They've got something over a period of time. If they hit certain goals and he does could make him the first trillionaire in the history of the universe.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah. How many baby mamas can you have if you're a trillionaire? I mean, like he's got them like it's not even hoes in different area codes. It's like hoes all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
How to be a millionaire, trillionaire. Tell me.
The information that I had was AJ Lee's going to be there for more than just a little bit.
Okay. I had no clue. I really had no clue what the deal was with her.
I don't know if that was a Sean Ross Sapp. Sean, if you're hearing this and you're pissed at me for lying, I don't forgive me. I thought it might have been your report. It might have been someone else's, but there was a report that said she was going to be around for a minute.
Okay.
I believe she and CM Punk are making just a sick amount of money right now.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, I think they're making just a shit ton of money right now between the two of them.
Well, as long as she's happy doing it. I mean, she seems to get bent out of shape kind of easy about wrestling sometimes and things that go on, which, blame her, I don't know whether it's justified or not, but that's the way she seems like it to me. So I guess as long as she's happy, she can stay there as long as she wants.
Well, she's obviously admitted to having some clinical depression, I think maybe bipolar,
Yeah.
I would say that being around Vince McMahon for an extended period of time probably would not be helpful with a condition like that.
Can't imagine it not being.
We haven't talked about Vince's birthday party. We haven't chatted since Vince's birthday party. The Godfather was in attendance. He said Vince McMahon wore a Dr. Evil suit, introduced girlfriend at 80th birthday party.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
One of the standout stories from the weekend involved an unexpected reunion with Undertaker at the hotel spa. The Godfather explained he decided to get his first ever facial. I get there and I get my own little room and my own little robe and my own little foo-foo slippers, he said. I open the door, the room across me, the door opens up. Who is it? It's the Undertaker. The two legends looked at each other in disbelief before having a laugh. I go, facial? He goes, yeah. Who would have thought, bro? The Godfather recalled Undertaker saying, MAGA Mark Calloway, you continue to surprise.
So does this mean Godfather's got a little MAGA blood in him too? Or is he just doing it out of respect for making him who he was back in the day?
I think Bear's one of those guys that pretends to be apolitical, probably.
Okay.
I think he's probably one of those guys.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, because you don't know. You don't know now. It's all gone all to hell. It's all just gone all to hell. Everything's gone all to hell.
To hell.
Weirdly, they had the jobs number that came out today after Trump fired the person last month because the jobs number were not good. They weren't good again today.
No, I noticed that.
So is he going to fire himself? It's weird, right?
I believe it's like 4 months in a row with less than 100,000 new jobs.
Bad.
Am I right?
Bad. And we had negative jobs when they went back and revised them. So that's the first time since,
Yeah, like ever.
Well, it's the first time since, let me go back. Oh, yeah. Last time he was in office when he fucked up COVID.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Since he was in office, he's beating his own records.
Yeah. Well, he's good for something.
Yeah. Well, when you find out what.
But that's the problem.
I hope it's fertilizing the earth, but that's just me. That was a weird weekend last weekend when everybody thought he was dead, right?
Yeah, that's still weird to me. I mean, what was going on there? You got to think something's happening.
I don't know. And I think they pumped him full of enough vitamin B12 and enough, whatever they do.
Probably.
Shame those hands keep bruising.
Those cankles probably are an issue too.
Weird, right? I don't know what's going on there. Hall of Famer The Godfather recently shared several inside stories from his time attending Vince McMahon's private 80th birthday party in New York City. Speaking on his Poddin' Ain't Easy podcast, he described the lavish two-day event, the high-profile guests, his personal interactions with Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and that thing we just talked about with The Undertaker. The Godfather confirmed he and his wife were invited guests for their celebration, which took place at the 5-star Baccarat Hotel in beautiful New York City.
Well,
which is, one of those blue cities in America where people are gunning each other down at the rate of about one a second.
The garbage city, man. It's a garbage city.
If the National Guard wants to pick up some trash there, I'm sure they've got some trash to pick up if they want to.
Probably.
I really shouldn't say that. It's not. They're also mulching. I saw some really good mulching going on. Yeah, I really. And it's not the Guard's fault, by the way. My uncle was with the Guard for a number of years. It's just that,
No, of course it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. They didn't exactly sign up to go pick up McDonald's bags and shit, but that's...
I can't imagine what some of those dudes are thinking.
Thank you.
You're out
Jeez. I should have studied harder in school.
What did I do this for? What
Maybe-
am I doing?
Maybe I should have applied myself a little more and gone to a couple more extracurricular activities that weren't athletics. It's the stuff that I'm thinking in my 50s. You know, they're thinking it now in their 20s.
Exactly.
The Godfather confirmed he and his wife were invited guests at the Baccarat Hotel. He noted that McMahon paid for everything for his guests, including the hotel rooms and a wide range of activities around the city, such as tickets to the Yankees versus the Red Sox, which I understand used to be a rivalry.
Oh.
The guest list included the Undertaker, Kane, JBL, John Cena, and Teddy Long, with Jelly Roll providing the musical entertainment.
Oh, God.
I don't really have anything against Jelly Roll, but if I never hear that motherfucker or see him again, I'd be okay with it.
I'd be just fine, man.
I think I'd be all right with it.
I'd be just fine. I'd be able to sleep at night just fine. I'd be able to just everything just fine.
I just don't understand, why hasn't that wife of his just straight up done porn? Hasn't she just why does she right now just do porn? I don't get it.
Who says she's not?
Well, she's not making any money off of it if she is. I mean, I don't well, when you do porn for free, that's just fucking, Brian.
Well, there's a fine line between actress and whore.
Hey, what were you doing tonight? Oh, I was doing porn. Oh, how much you make? Well, it was free. Oh, then you were just fucking around on me. Oh, yeah, I guess I was. No, I think come to think of it, there weren't any. There's only the one camera, and we set it up. Oh, that's weird.
They were saving money, man. Didn't you pay a producer, director?
Oh, sure. The union stuff on that will kill you. Oh my God, it's crazy. A gaffer,
fluffer. What you're talking about?
You remember our friend Bo that you met that time that was over here when we were recording?
Yeah.
He's. I shouldn't. I don't think he cares. He actually gaffed on a porn video.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not supposed to have any contact with the performers. You don't talk to them or make. It's I don't know, Mariah Carey or something. You don't make eye contact or shit like that.
Yeah, one of those things.
But he's just taping down wires and shit, stuff like that, moving wires, and he's doing things like that. Yeah.
That's a good inside job though to have.
I think it would be an okay gig. The problem that might get to me, and the problem that might be a little uncomfortable for everybody, but not really because people are experienced at it, the smells. The smells might be something that would bother me.
Well, now that you mention it,
you
didn't really think about that.
A lot of times when you're in the middle of it and everything's going, you don't really notice the smell so much. But if you're not involved with it, things are going to waft this way and waft that way.
Now that you say that, that job's really not all that. It's not all that.
Hey, did you ever get to talk to Alexis Texas? No, but I smelled her. Oh. What did she smell like? What did she smell like? A lot of money. That's what she smelled like. She smelled like the largest pile of cash I've ever smelled in my life.
She smelled like a stack of Benjamins.
The Godfather also shared details of private conversations with Vince McMahon at the event's cocktail party. He said he arrived at the same time as McMahon, who greeted him warmly. He goes, Charles, how you doing? What's happening in the black community? Oh, no, he didn't say that.
You wouldn't know, would you, Vince?
Yeah. How you doing, my? Oh no, it's not gonna...
Yeah. Hold up.
What's up, my? The Godfather recalled. He goes, Charles, I just want you to know there's really nobody here that's not my true friend.
The fuck ever. That's funny.
Of all of the people that you've heard about, and I'll throw Pritchard in there too, who would be the first one to turn on him if it would be advantageous to them?
You just said it. You just said it.
Bruce goes wherever.
It's not hard. That's not a hard question, man. That's really not hard.
I also feel like Glenn Jacobs would be off like a cheap prom dress if it became advantageous.
Are you talking about Kane? Kane.
There he is. There's his signature on the Katie Vick is Alive shirt. He also commented on McMahon's appearance and attire. Have you seen Vince McMahon's appearance?
No. Well, appearance lately.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think I saw some of the pictures after that wreck. So yeah.
Not bad. He noticed that McMahon looked a lot better and was walking a lot better than in recent photos and had calculated on that had circulated online. However, he joked about McMahon's outfit for the evening. He had like a Dr. Evil suit on, bro. I thought Dr. Evil. Very evil. I will give you $1 billion not to file a sexual lawsuit against me. Scotty don't like sexual assault. Scotty don't.
I really can't think of a more apropos person to be dressed up as. It's hard. I'm hard pressed.
Hitler, Mussolini. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean there you go. What does that tell you?
A Confederate general. I don't know. Beauregard T. McMahon with you this evening, man. Let's see.
The McMahon plantation.
The McMahon plantation. Charles, I'm going to need you not to talk to me anymore because you are on the McMahon plantation. Let's see. During their conversation, McMahon also introduced the Godfather to his companion for the evening. He was introduced me to his girlfriend or whatever she was, he stated.
Well, whatever she was.
Yeah. Feels like it was. Feels like that was a rental. That's what it feels like, right? Feels like that was a rental.
If I had to place money on it, yeah, that's what I would put it on. Feel like I'd be winning.
If we were doing the podcast, it monetized would be like, and now for our first sponsor, it's like Elegance, the service for men who need high-end escorts who are very discreet. Download the Elegance app today and use the promo code Beauregard T. McMahon and get 30% off your first hoe.
If you don't know how to spell Beauregard, BT McMahon will be fine.
BT McMahon is fine. And it is interesting that McMahon introduced him to his girlfriend or whatever while talking to a guy who, was with hoes.
Yeah.
Weird. And the follow-up question, the follow-up question, Godfather, would she have made the hoe train and go?
I'm guessing yes, but
here's my insensitive comment of the night. Ready?
Okay.
My memory of the hoe train girls was but a face. That's me.
I don't recall seeing any of them that I was like, wow.
Oh, from the neck down. From the neck down. Wow, fabulous.
Well, okay.
Hard to be beaten.
But there were no Nitro girls.
The Nitro girls were fine.
Nitro girls,
Nitro girls
rocked. I'm sorry.
And again, we're just going to wallow in nostalgia for a moment. Weren't the Nitro girls really the solid gold dancers of the 90s?
Of course they were.
There we go.
They were wrestling's solid gold dancers.
That's what they were. That's
for
exactly
sure.
That's what
I don't know if there's any more perfect of a description of anything in this world than that.
And it was the same thing with the solid gold dancers. There were a couple solid gold dancers. You go, God, that woman is hot as balls. Mm-hmm. And then there were a couple of them that were like, man, she's not. She's kind of pretty, but her body is slamming. And that's the way it was with the Nitro girls.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's very similar to the way I feel about Tiffany and I feel about Maxine. I think Maxine is prettier than Tiffany. Tiffany's not ugly. Tiffany's like super, like her face is very pretty, but I think Maxine's prettier. But Tiffany's body, I think, is better than Maxine's. So if you just combine those two great tastes that taste great together.
Reese's peanut butter cup.
No, I promise I will not be insensitive the rest of the night. No, I don't promise that. I'm not going to promise that at all.
No, that's a hard promise to keep there, bro.
The crowds in Paris were nutso.
I've pretty much come to the conclusion after all this time that those overseas crowds pretty much rock.
Yeah.
And I say overseas. I'm not saying outside the United States, because sometimes those Canadian crowds are little weird acting.
Persnickety. I thought, yeah, it was funny because Belkish was he was the first one that sent me that thing where they were chanting, "We have no more money."
That's great.
Which I thought was fantastic. But those crowds were super hot. You know, I think we're beyond the point where it looks like they're going to have 2 WrestleManias in 2027, maybe. I don't think in 2026, but they're going to have the one weekend probably in Vegas and the other weekend probably in Riyadh or somewhere else in Saudi Arabia. It's very easy to see there's going to be a European WrestleMania, I'll say within the next 5 years, for sure.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. There's just
they're over there all the time anyway.
There's just a sick amount of money to be made. Filling up Wembley for 2 nights, holy shit, that would be unbelievable. Plus, they can always rub AEW's face in it and say, "Oh, you guys only fill it up for one night." Ooh.
I could see that. I could see that happening.
You could fill up Wembley for 2 nights. You could fill up a huge stadium anywhere in Paris, any of those huge soccer stadiums in Germany. You know, there's so much. One of the big stadiums in Spain you could fill up. Yeah, the options for making money for this company are not small. It's good. I don't know if I would buy the stock right now. I need to see how the stock's doing, because there does reach a period of time where you have just strangled the life out of your customers by charging them everything you possibly could.
That's kind of happening now.
Yeah, we're reaching a real breaking point. You saw, I don't know if you saw that the CEO of McDonald's, I think they did their quarterly this week, and they were like, we're going to have to cut back. We pretty much shook all the quarters and dimes we can out of our customers. We're actually going to have to start giving them some value. God dang it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the most, I want to tell you something. One of the most cynical things that's going on right now is the restaurant owners. Some of them are trying to do away with tipped wages in certain states. Cause you know, they're like, you can pay the people like $2 an hour if they're tipped. Right. And McDonald's has gone, "We are against this. Everyone should get one wage." And the reason they're doing that is because Chili's is kind of kicking their ass right now. Chili's has had a big comeback over the past couple of years, and they've gone after the McDonald's customer saying, "Here's your real value meal. You get a big ass fucking thick burger. You get like a bunch of chips and salsa, and it's like it's cheaper than getting whatever you're getting at that drive-through." And so McDonald's is like, "Yeah, we'd like to add some more cost onto Chili's bottom line, please and thank you." It's not that they give a shit about the employees. Certainly McDonald's,
come on.
If there was a true effort, and there have been efforts to try to raise the minimum wage across the board, and guess which position McDonald's took on that?
Let me think.
If you could just like you got a 50-50 shot. I know that during COVID and stuff, they had to pay way more because nobody could work and people were dying and shit. So they had to pay, 12. And immediately, as soon as they could, they were like, "We're knocking that wage down. Fuck that. I'm not going to do that." So it's very cynical for them to go, "Yes, we need the workers making one wage. They should not make $2." But now it's completely self-serving. Completely.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not surprising.
This story is a few days old. We haven't had a chance to comment on it. The WWE has taken control of podcasting, all their podcasts. The thing that Godfather was doing that was outside of their purview, they fired the guy that was doing that, and they had the much more apt Michelle McCool host that. And they're the ones that are making the money from it and stuff. So Stephanie McMahon's podcast, she does a live read for something called Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN.
I knew.
It's a very well respected VPN. If you're looking for one, I use NordVPN. If you guys want to, I'll put the link in there, and if you sign up for it, you get some free stuff, and then I get some free stuff. It's fine. And I like NordVPN a lot, but full transparency, Surfshark, I think, beats it in some reviews, depending on if it's in the Apple Store or in the Google Play Store, wherever you download it. And it's very well respected. And I would probably try it because I've heard it's like easy to use and it's got some great stuff going on with it. So she's touting it specifically, and the live read told her to say, hey, you can hook up with Netflix overseas and get you can get some content you can't see here. And then allegedly the people at ESPN were like, nah, we don't like that.
I wonder why.
We're not okay.
Don't get it.
It's a little weird. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. It's weird because you would think technically the Netflix people would be able to, if they didn't want people in the United States accessing content from other places, they would be able to do something about that because they've been able to crack down on people sharing accounts and stuff, right?
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the Netflix people, I'm going to just say, are okay with it. I think they're okay with people doing that, and maybe it's going to be helpful for them, people that don't want to pay $30 for the ESPN thing or don't have access. They can just use their existing Netflix account and hook up in Spain or Australia or England or Scotland and just watch the shit on Netflix. I have to, that has to be my conclusion. You know, if ESPN, if Jimmy Pitaro or one of those big guys at ESPN or Disney goes to Netflix and goes, hey, can you help us out? They'll be like, no, we're good. Everything's fine here. You guys worry about your fucking parks. We're going to be, we'll be over here making money. Thanks. Hey, did you ever make my password work? Are we still going to work on? Okay, we're going to work on that. We're going to make that happen.
Yeah, I was going to try again at some point, but we tried one round and I couldn't get it to go.
I was watching it tonight from watching it on Netflix from Glasgow.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So you can do it. I usually go to Australia. Australia works beautifully. Brisbane is nice there.
I have friends on TikTok from both Scotland and Australia. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. It is. Like, I love it, man.
I was telling my buddy back home in the mountains this week. I was like, yeah, I got my friend in France. He's over there. He's telling me all this stuff that the crowd's saying over at the WWE shows and shit. It's cool.
I'm telling you, man, we're just one little community.
It's nice. Well, we've been able to hook up with some sane people, which is nice. You know.
Well, I'm referring just to the same people. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
people. Yeah, the other ones just don't count.
It seems like there's fewer and fewer of the same people. You know.
They're much more the other side than I thought there were, that I've realized over the last 10 years.
WWE announces change to commentary team on the SmackDown. Michael Cole and Corey Graves opened Friday night's SmackDown and welcomed us to the show. Cole informed viewers they would be the announced team going forward in the coming months as Joe Tessitore covers college football, which just started. I saw Joe Tessitore doing a fantastic job on college football this weekend, and I thought he was really good.
Yeah, he's good. He gets a little overhyped sometimes, but
is he doing? I think maybe it was Alabama, Florida State. He was doing, maybe, possibly. I'm not sure.
I think probably that sounds right.
The announced teams for both Raw and SmackDown have shifted in the last year. When Tessitore came on board with WWE, he and Wade Barrett were made the SmackDown announced team, while Michael Cole and Pat McAfee served as the voices for Raw. However, earlier this summer, McAfee announced that he would be taking a break from doing WWE commentary, with Graves being called back up from NXT as a fill-in. Remember what a fit Corey Graves pitched when he was sent to NXT?
Yeah.
You remember, like, it was such an insult, such a slap in the face to the savior of misbehavior.
Yeah.
And what did everybody say? Just keep your mouth shut. Keep your head down, and eventually they're going to have you back in the seat, man. And duh, guess what happened? There you are.
Sooner than later.
Jesus. They AEW has moved their pay-per-view. Is it all in on the 20th or all out? I don't know.
It's out.
All
already
out.
Head in. We're heading out now.
After a while, like I think Brian Alvarez used to do the bit where he thought every TNA pay-per-view was called Bound for Glory, and he would just call all of them Bound for Glory. I think that was just what he.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. So they moved it to a sort of. That would be funny.
What I think of. That's the way I'd be. Turning Point's the only other one I can think of for TNA off the top of my head. Bound for Glory, Turning Point.
They do Fight for the Fallen, but that's like a regular episode of Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
And then they do like the beach thing or the summer, whatever but that's just a regular episode of Dynamite too. I don't know. Oh, Revolution. Don't they do Revolution?
Revolution. That's a
isn't that AEW? Isn't that a pay-per-view?
Is that AEW?
Wasn't that what we saw? Wasn't that Sting's last match? Wasn't that pay-per-view called Revolution?
Maybe it was. Shit, I don't know.
There you go. So yeah, the ESPN not too happy with Stephanie McMahon. See, that's one of those things where I'm sure somebody got yelled at for that. I'm certain.
Why didn't you check her live reads?
Right. There's got to be the right hand and the left hand. Or it's not even the right and left. It's like there's 50 hands now.
Yeah,
but somebody's got
an octopus, man. It's like
it's like a triple octopus at this point. But they got to do that. The AEW pay-per-views will now be available for a discount on HBO Max.
I saw that.
How about that? It's like $10 off
$40 or something. Yeah. I might consider that.
Because you have a Max HBO Max.
I do. Yes.
I got the deal through I think it was Amex. Amex gives you, instead of paying $8 a month, it's $4.
Okay. That's good.
With the commercials and shit. So I'm like, I did I tell you I went to cancel the Peacock? I think I told you that.
Yeah.
The day that the Peacock the announcement was made, which I believe was August the 6th, they announced, hey, all the shit's going over to ESPN. I went to cancel the Cock and they were like, wait, $3 a month for 6 months. Come on. $3 a month. $18. Come on, you got to go with us. All right, fine.
Sold.
They've done this a couple of times to me now. One time I was like, I'm gonna just knock down a tier from the no commercials to the commercials, and they were like, wait. Just $2 extra a month for the commercials for 6 months. So this is what these assholes have to do in order to report these numbers. They have to report to Wall Street.
Yeah,
they have to go and Wall Street. Oh, it's fucking frustrating, man. Brian, it's the most frustrating thing.
I know.
Because they go, these are supposed to be the guys that look over the spreadsheets with a fine-tooth comb. And they do. And they go, well, they're only down, X number of subscribers. But then it takes them weeks and weeks to figure out, those subscribers are now paying $5 less a month than they were 3 months ago. And that's why Netflix got off the train and said, we're just going to tell you, this is the money. This is what we spent. This is what we're making. And they can do that.
Because that'd be pretty easy to figure out,
You'd think it. I'm just seeing so many things right now, and you're seeing so many things right now, that the economy is not doing well. And it's just these fucking Wall Street guys, they get away with keeping the Dow and the S&P at the levels that it's at. Like you always think when you're growing up, this is based on facts and figures and dollars. And this is not about emotion. This is just about real hard, cold facts. And this is about black and white or, black and red. I'm making money or I'm not. It's not. It is, a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. A lot of it is. We talk about the unemployment stuff. Well, they're going to get their rate cut, but they're going to get their rate cut because the economy's going in the shitter. We're looking at stagflation right now, but you look at the record numbers of the S&P 500. Those fuckers on Wall Street are making big bank right now. Big money. And why? And how? And you're like, well, wait. Your costs have gone up because of these stupid fucking tariffs, and you can't really make a decision based on anything because we're going to do a 15% on Wednesday, but it's 25 on Thursday, and now it's 30%. But wait a minute, we're going to knock it back to 12. So you can't make any decisions. But
it's by design, man. You know that.
Clearly, I never wanted to believe that, but it's 100%. Like, it's crazy. These MAGA bros on Wall Street, I completely think are propping all this shit up, and it's a fairy tale. But eventually, I've been trying to think of the proper analogy. Eventually, you can put water in your car instead of oil. It might run for like a little while, but eventually, it's going to it can't. It's just it's going to be at the side of the road, and it's just going to be dead as fuck. I'm sorry, you can't. Drives me nuts.
I know. Well, talking about the cost of things, and you can pick out a gazillion things, just itemize a gazillion things of, this costs this, really, this costs this. Oh my God. But I'm going to tell you the one thing that I did the other day that really just, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a dumbass for making this my point of, I don't know, just frustration overload. But I went to Jersey Mike's and I got a giant, they got the mini, the regular, and the giant, right?
Okay.
I got the giant tuna fish. Okay. Not even like capicola or, the salami, not even pepperoni, tuna fish. Okay. A giant tuna fish. That son of a bitch by itself, $18 and something.
Golly.
I mean, this is in Clemens, North Carolina. This is not in New York City.
Yeah, we're not in Vegas on the Strip.
No, yeah, exactly. and I'm thinking $18, man. That and I don't know. And you can say, well, this costs this over here. This costs, and it's, but I guess it's because I just happened, if I'd have got something else and instead of that, it might have been that, but it just happened to be this tuna fish sub that put me over the top with this shit.
I just know that all these parents recently, they had to go buy their kids clothes and shit to go back to school. It seems like last year and the year before, I heard them screaming about the price of shit, but I didn't really hear about it so much this year. It's weird.
Yeah, how about that?
Really strange. I didn't hear so much about it, but I know it was crippling. I know families are hurting out there. I know
have to be.
Everything that you were buying for that big fucking list, which gets doubled about every year, the shit that that the kid needs to go to school. I know it was like easily 30%. Like if you really skimped, it was 30% more than it was last year. It was probably more like 50, 60, 70, maybe 100% over what it was the year before.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't even get me started on teachers having to pay for their own stuff for their classrooms like they always do. Oh my
God, it's unbelievable. See, over the county next to Bryant in Forsyth County, they had to lay off a bunch of people, a bunch of those teachers and stuff.
I think that was a national news item.
It's a big deal because they fucked up the budget and it kind of got kicked down the road a little bit, and then the kids were walking out of class. I just think the kids just walked out of class because they didn't want to go to school. That's just me.
Got to tell you, man, if it was me, if I was one of those kids, that would be all the excuse I needed right there. Oh, walk out. Let's go. Let's go.
My mom would have been like, you walked out. How dare you? I was like, no, there was everybody's doing it. Like, oh, okay. If everybody jumped off a cliff, would you? I just think they didn't, but it's fine. I mean, I support them. It's fine. I don't know. It's bad. That was a crazy thing. And they just had the meeting this week and the state goes, all right, we're going to pause interest payments on the shit that you owe us.
No, don't do that.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Shouldn't that have been like the first thing you motherfuckers did? I mean, it's like, crazy.
Unreal.
Did you buy your lottery tickets for tomorrow?
Thought about it.
I haven't yet. I'm in.
Yeah.
1.7 billion, which I think means what does that mean? I think you end up with maybe 650 or 700, maybe. Let me see. If you take the cash, you probably end up with about 700, which I think you could live off that.
So if you took the lump.
Yeah, if you took the lump and then they take the taxes out, I think you'd probably end up with about 700.
I could handle that. I could, I wouldn't argue with that.
If you like go to Aldi every other time, you could probably stretch that out.
You probably could.
I just can't. I'm sorry. This is my naivete, and I've seen all the documentaries. I couldn't spend that money in the time that I have left on this earth. I just couldn't. Couldn't do
it. I would give it away. I would find animal shelters and
absolutely.
Homeless shelters, and
I would set foundations. I've already had that. But you and I would be at WrestleMania. I'll tell you that.
Well, we'd be sitting beside Green Shirt Man. That's what we'd be doing.
Finally, you and I would be able to afford it. It's like I can either have the $700 million and have that last me for the rest of my life, or I can go to one WrestleMania, which I might just blow it all there. I might just do it.
Yeah. Why not? Shit.
If
No offense, AML. We love your shows.
Oh no, I'll go to AML. And I'll meet all the wrestlers. I might even buy. Me and Tracy will be partners. Well, I'll buy a piece of AML. I'll buy a piece of Tracy's car business. He's a good businessman. You and I will be. If you want to be in a box, in Allegiant Stadium, you and I will be in a box. If you want to be front row, we'll be front row. I will have a motherfucker lower us from a helicopter into that stadium.
That's what I'm talking about.
We can't really do that because it's got a dome on it. But you get my point. You see, but my point still stands.
Yeah, I'd settle for the parking lot. They can lower us into the parking lot. That'd still be just as much of a visual than
I will get
into the stadium.
I will get the most stupid, ridiculous VIP package. Like, I'm trying to think. Who would you like to touch your penis? Just pick any of the superstars.
What?
That would be part of the package we would get. For the money that I will pay, Rhea Ripley will touch your penis for 5 seconds.
No, I don't know if I can handle that. I just don't think I can handle it.
I'd be like,
not just 5 seconds, man. That's just a slap. That's a slap in the face.
It's the 5 second pose. It's the new 5 second pose.
Edge, Christian, come here.
The reason the John Cena retirement show won't be in Boston, according to David Meltzer, is because WWE wanted money similar to what they got from New Jersey for SummerSlam to host the event, which would have been for multiple shows the weekend of 12/12 to 12/15. Boston didn't bid high enough, so they moved it to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., where people are being murdered by the dozen.
It's hell. It's hell on earth.
That was the funny
one of hell.
When the reporter goes to him, sir, are you going to go out to dinner? Yes, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to go to dinner. I know where you won't go, motherfucker. You won't go to Ben's Chili Bowl. I bet you won't go over there. You know what? They got black people over there, brother, and they don't want to see your stupid ass.
I wish he would go over there.
That'd be great. Can't wait to be over here. So good to be here. Look at my African. Oh, God, I'm hurting. Cankle's McTaco Tits. That's what they call him on one of the podcasts I listen to. Cankle's McTaco Tits. That's a traditional Irish name. That's what that is.
Oh, it is. It is traditional. Very traditional.
Raw on Monday from Milwaukee, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. The next 3 Mondays, it'll be at 7 o'clock. It's a 3-week experiment by World Wrestling Entertainment and Netflix, where they'll compare the results of this week and the other 3 and try to see what is the optimal start time for football season. Football season, Bryant.
Yeah. Getting into it here.
I think it's going to be it's bad for WWE on Monday nights. But Monday Night Football is not, it's just not what it used to be. You know? It's still big, and football is bigger than it ever was. And we had the experiment tonight with the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers exclusively on YouTube and on YouTube TV, except in the markets. Like in the markets in Kansas City, for example, they had it on the NBC affiliate. And I thought that was kind of interesting how that worked. And I really think Google is going to make themselves a bigger player in everything going forward. As far as
why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're an insanely huge company, just insanely huge. But I think everything else works. Like college football, to me, just like Collision is just dead in the water anyway. Collision,
they're trying so hard to build Collision up with all these different matches, and sometimes they do. They fulfill the need, I guess. But it's just I don't know if now that college football is kicked in, I just don't know if it's going to hold its own. Maybe it will. I don't know. They're going to have to make it just from top to bottom, just kick ass every week if they want to to compete at all.
There's just so much money that's spent, especially on college sports or really any kind of sports, because that's the only thing people want to watch live, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And so they've just poured, and there's all of these streaming services. My God, they've just poured. You can, and the amount of games that you can watch on a Saturday night on any number of outlets just makes it so different. Are you enjoying the AEW run in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I think that a venue like that for them really is about perfect.
Yep.
Don't you think?
Yep. I give Tony complete credit on that whole deal. As far as like booking places where it totally makes sense for them to go.
Yeah, instead of these overly big places and stuff, just to get the name of the place out there or whatever you're trying to do. It's not working. And a matter of fact, it was backfiring a lot of times because people would take video of the place being half-ass empty, and it just didn't look good. So, and it sounds better. It looks better. It looks good. I mean, once you take away all the snafus that they have in production every week with freaking AEW, but besides that, I mean, it does look good, and it just, I don't know, that I just think they need to stick to places very similar to that for
which
Dynamite.
Which one of the Jackson cousins is running audio for AEW Dynamite? I'll
dumbass Jackson.
The thing with them having to eat shit because they're not EVPs anymore, that is just endlessly funny. It's just
I agree.
The new ways that they're coming up with to shit on those guys, it's really fun. I think this week the Chiron was these guys again.
These guys again. I actually chuckled at that.
Motherfucker, that's classic. At least the boys have enough, I don't know, circumspection or reflection to know that, hey, this is going to work out for the fans. Some people want to see us eat some shit. Let's eat some shit,
Yeah, I mean,
so I give them. I don't like the Buckaroos. I'll never like the Buckaroos. But maybe this will turn me around on it. Somehow, some way, they see themselves as eating some shit, and that's okay.
Yeah. Can't fault them for that.
Matt Jackson noted a reason the 8-man Dynamite match was so wild was because it was the first time the Buckaroos had worked at the 2300 Arena since leaving Ring of Honor, and that it was a very big night for them due to their history in the building and pivotal career matches. He noted Nicholas Kota Ibushi, El Generico, and Jigsaw had a match in Shikara and the Dragon Gate USA match in the building, and he said they believe it was one of the most important bouts of their career in a tag match against Sima and Susumu Yokosuka. All right. I wish that there was some sort of building that would match their needs in our area where they could go, and like maybe the Annex in Winston-Salem might be a place where AEW Dynamite could be for an extended period of time.
Why not? ROH was there that time when we went.
I don't know if it butts up against the hockey team or whatever. It'd be nice to have them there for, a few weeks or something. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything in Greensboro. There's probably something in Charlotte.
Greensboro, yeah. Ovens Auditorium, places like that.
Maybe. I don't know if because you got the stage there. And I saw Lou Reed, by the way, at Ovens Auditorium.
Oh.
August 7th, 1989, I think. Yeah.
Did he sing Pale Blue Eyes?
I don't know if he did. I know he sang. Of course, he sang "Walk on the Wild Side." He was doing the shit from the New York album, which was, I thought, stunning. A great deal. Something disturbing happened to me in relation to Lou Reed. I think this was back when I was on Tidal. I was listening to a song, and they fed me a Lou Reed song called "I Want to Be Black." Have you heard this song?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't ever. Nobody ever needs to hear it again. It's very bad.
I can only imagine what it's like now.
Whatever you're imagining, double it.
Oh,
it's that bad.
Damn,
and I was like, geez, can I just go back to the Epstein that algorithm thing? That'd be great. I heard one of the guys on the Sound Opinions podcast with Jim DeRogatis, and I can never remember the other guy's name, but they're both very good journalists, very good, very, very good. And he did say nobody ever needs to hear that song again. I went, well, that's weird. And I listened to him and went, yeah, he's right. He's 100% right. Nobody ever needs to hear that again.
Lou.
But Lou Reed was great at Ovens Auditorium. I don't know if they've got the stage up front, so it wouldn't work. I
forgot about the stage like being there and stuff. Yeah.
You saw him in Bojangles. That's a pretty big place though, right? That's like a 10 or 12,000, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of like that's like Arthur Ashe almost.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be nice if they would ever,
Yeah.
because the Carolinas have been such a big wrestling hotbed and they've acknowledged the history and all that stuff. It'd be nice if they could find some place in Raleigh or in Greensboro or
this. Tell me if I'm wrong here. How about the Winston Coliseum, LJVM?
LJVM might be too big. That's why I'm thinking the
You
annex.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you said the annex, and I started thinking about LGVM, and I'm like, it's not that much, but the annex would work for sure.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see him again sometime soon.
We saw Hook. I saw Hook come out the other night.
Yeah. What do you think of his new music? Kind of shitty, huh?
To me, okay, this overall, I think he's supposed to appeal to like young girls. I think young girls are supposed to look at that guy and just melt. It's very similar to the way that Jungle Jack was presented early in
or the Handsome Stranger.
Yeah. To me, that's what it feels like to me. Is that how it grabs you?
So you think he's intentionally out there? That's his goal, is to attract the girls.
Yeah,
because I thought, because the reason I say that, because I thought he definitely would attract girls, but I didn't know if that was his purpose or not.
I don't know if they've told him that's just.
By the way,
I believe Mr. Jerry Jarrett used to call those blowjobs. Where are the blowjobs? You ever hear that story with
it's just funny though.
He's looking around the crowd. He brought Jerry in. He goes, "Where's the blowjobs?" And he goes, "Well, Bill goes, you can do that on your own time." Jerry goes, "No. We need like young girls. We need young girls out here screaming and crying when the baby faces get in trouble. You dumb shit. We need." And Ricky Morton was the king of that. Ricky Morton destroyed. I mean, he killed in that demographic, right?
Yeah,
and I believe that's when. I want to say that's the time that Watts brought in Dundee, and Dundee was booking Mid-South, and they did unbelievable business, huge business.
Yeah.
And that may have been, I don't know, I may be getting the timeline wrong, but early on when Magnum TA was in Mid-South, that was the demographic,
Yeah. He was definitely that in NWA for sure.
That's what I get from the Hooker, is that he's supposed to be the guy that's bringing that. He's for them because he doesn't do a whole lot for me.
I've never been a big Hook fan. I mean, I don't know. He just, first of all, he looks like an asshole. He might be the nicest guy on the planet Earth, but he just has that asshole look to him for one thing. So it's hard to get past that for me.
That's always the guys that I want to put in like. Polo shirts with popped up collars. That's what when I see guys that look like the James Spader Pretty in Pink kind of guys, right?
Yes.
Those are the guys. Like Ricky Morton's son is a great example of that.
The Less Than Zero. You remember that movie Less Than Zero?
Yes.
That whole group.
Yes. And to an extent, that's what I think of Kyle Fletcher. But I see Kyle Fletcher as more of the jock guy. I want him in a Letterman's jacket with a puka shell necklace and all that shit. That's how I see his asshole going.
Yeah.
But I thought Wednesday's Dynamite was a good show, and I think everybody's like, well, they had to adjust the pay-per-view, so I guess that means they lost or they outsmarted the WWE, or who do you care? Well, there were some people. I know there were some hardcore WWE or hardcore AEW fans who were pissed because they were literally flying in for the show. So it's not going to be, because of the timetable, they're going to have to like do something else or adjust, and it's going to cost some money and stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily happy about that, but I think it makes a lot of sense what they're doing to adjust it to go up against WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, totally, man. Because I don't know if they would have done it if it would have been some raggedy ass PLE, but this is going to be a big ass deal. And
it's the first one of the ESPN.
Exactly. And they're already talking about some of the matches on there, and it's just, that was a smart move by them to do that. So
they're gonna load it up. They got another big AAA big card coming up next Friday. Yeah. And I think I don't know if that's in Los Angeles or San Diego or
no, it's at Thomas and Mack Center.
Thomas and Mack Center at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where I saw Tesla open up for the Scorpions.
I drove by there. I saw the big Thomas
Hey.
and Mack sign, but
How are you?
hey, I want to come see you sometime.
The UNLV campus is dope. That area around there is pretty cool.
It looks cool as shit.
It's pretty cool. They got I think
I wanted to go to the bookstore, but I never got up there.
I'm sure that they've got ridiculously hot co-eds at that place.
You think?
I
so?
mean, preposterously, like impossibly.
You know who has come around on me that I didn't really care too much for at the beginning when she got there, but now it's like, God Almighty, I just is old Julia.
Yeah, she's a lovely girl for sure.
Just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just she just come around on me.
She's consistently like you just like every time. Whoa, hey, like
she's so exotic looking to me,
right?
You know?
But it's like you kind of forget, and it's like some women like they can look like an 8 or a 10 on some weeks, and then they're like a 6. You know, it's the Two-Face thing from Seinfeld. He's like boom, consistent, boom, up there every time.
Yes,
every single time.
Yeah, grade A, man. So
Julia. Any closing thoughts on another award-winning episode of Katie Vick is Alive?
Oh, let's see. Hey, I'm looking forward to our big Deadlock show. I hadn't been to a Deadlock wrestling show in a hard minute.
I'm interested to see what you're going to think of it. Deadlock Pro Wrestling in Durham, North Carolina, next Sunday the 14th, and they're doing a big deal. What do they call that thing? It's like a tournament or something.
Yeah,
Carolina, the Carolina Classic.
Oh, like the fair.
Or the burger at Wendy's.
Or the Wendy's burger. Yeah. I love that thing.
The Carolina Classic, not the Carolina Vlasic, which is just extra pickles. So.
Carolina Vlasic.
So yeah, we're going to be at Deadlock Pro coming up on Sunday the 14th. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Queen Aminata going to be there.
Yeah. I think you'll be pleased. I think they do a really good presentation. It's interesting to see how other promotions do it and how other fans react and stuff, but I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Last time I was there was Father's Day, and that's when the fans were chanting, "This shit fucks! This shit fucks!" And I thought, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, it is Father's Day.
Well, yeah, but there were children there, and
I know. I'm just
being the prude that I am. No,
yeah.
I really didn't care. I thought it was notable, but I didn't clutch my pearls too hard.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine you did.
Bryant is available for your social media dining and dancing pleasure. Stanley Jackson 23 on the Tiki-Taki. He is Dad of Stanley on Instagram and also in Threads. And they're the twos on Blue Sky, THEYRE. I am Britt Whitmire on Blue Sky. I am real Britt Whitmire on Threads and on Instagram. And if that didn't work for you, too damn bad. Sorry. Hey, as always, we thank you for your support. Till next time, we'll see you ringside.